Hello and welcome to the
That's
fourth.
actually, I believe. That's
I'm going to scream.
I believe that's way too loud. If you're going to talk at that level the whole time, I'll lower.
No, I want to.
I'll lower.
Scream. No, keep
Okay,
this
no. If you're gonna,
keep this in. I love my voice.
no. I know how you do. You get excited, you talk loud.
I can talk. I have this thing where it's like I'm not up on the mic, so I have to yell.
Well, you don't have to yell.
All right. Hello and welcome to the.
All right. Well, you don't have to be a dick about it either. So you know, fucking.
Got it. Hey everybody, welcome to the fourth episode of the What Say You podcast. I'm Sal Volcano.
I'm Brian Quinn.
And we finally have our very, very first guest.
Yes, we do.
Oh, I'm the first one?
That's
the
the
first
first one.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
This is...
I'm Roy Wood Jr. from Alabama.
Yes, Roy
My credits aren't important.
Good
Google me,
friend
ho.
of ours.
Can I do that? Can I insult your listeners and call them ho?
Yeah. we have a deep ho audience, so I think that you're playing to the right crowd. No, Roy is on amongst many things. He's on Sullivan and Son.
That's right. CBS's Sullivan and Son going into their third season.
Yeah, third season. We come back, I guess summer 2014.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, spring. Who knows? They'll figure it out in the fall.
Now, this is going to be controversial because actually Sullivan and Son is our direct competitor on Thursday nights.
It's so painful, too.
Oh, that's right.
It's so painful. Same night, same time.
Same time.
And I'm like, dude.
Well, it's not that painful for you. You win week in, week out. It's more
Guys
painful.
crush. Come on.
We don't crush you? Not at all.
We do our jobs as men to stay employed, and that's all that matters.
We have our ups and downs, but we've recently become fast friends with all the boys on that show. They're all awesome.
Right.
And we've hung out on the road.
Stories we could tell.
Yeah. We've had some good times, and so now we are lucky to have Roy with us.
I tell a joke about that on stage now. It's still in its beginning phases, but it's just one of those jokes that starts with the question of, you ever been so drunk that you go to two different Denny's?
Well,
which is a true incident. Like
that came directly from our night.
Yeah. How do you go to two different Denny's
in the same night?
Well, what happened that night? You want to go into that?
Well, we were in Arizona.
Yeah,
Arizona.
We were in Arizona, and we both had shows at, I think, clubs nearby.
Right.
By the way, it was a cool 108 degrees.
That's right.
That's what they told me.
At 1 a.m.
Yes. At 1 a.m, it was 108. They said, you guys are lucky. But so we met up to go out afterward, and I guess Arizona shuts down. Like many states, they shut down around 2 o'clock.
Yeah, right. Like some club we're at, and they have a golf cart that First of all, what kind of club has a courtesy cart to take you back to your car? How many robberies are occurring?
It's really bizarre,
and so
it's driven by like an attractive like Asian woman, right? Like she was kind of cute and like wearing shorts. And like,
wait! I'm a little confused because we were drunk. So now maybe you're going to be telling me something I don't remember. But we had drinks at the club.
Correct.
Because everything closed.
We were all very drunk.
Yes, we drank a lot. Drank a lot of drinks until the club finally said, "Please, you have to."
With the wait staff, it's like purses on their shoulder. What are you doing here still?
Right.
And then I thought maybe this was another night, but I thought we drove. We had the comedy club drive us back to the hotel so we can get some shit. And didn't Steve hijack the car?
He stole the car. The courtesy car. Were you in the car with us?
No, I missed that part. I think I was in the trail car.
Okay.
Wait, wasn't I in the car? No, I think I was in the car.
I think you were. It was Steve was driving. I was in the passenger seat, and you were in the back seat.
God damn, we were drunk.
And Steve is like he's like of course it's a courtesy car from the comedy club,
right?
And
we had a driver.
Right.
We had to run back to the hotel, which is very close by, just to whatever it was. I don't know.
Drop off the money.
Drop off the merch and whatever. And so when we get there, Steve meaning Steve Byrne, who was another comic and on
Star Sullivan, the son, Asian dude.
Yes. He jumps in the driver's seat and just peels out and leaves.
Right.
He takes the car. The driver from the car is standing in the parking lot.
Well, he goes to us. He's like, this is going to be great. Like, he's like, this is the only idea possible in that moment. So he starts the car and peels out. I get to the curb. before Murray starts calling me, he's screaming at me, going,
"Why are you doing?"
Murray's going, you get that car back here right now. And I'm like, no, I'm not driving. I'm a prisoner. And Murray doesn't really drink. So he's not.
So he's annoyed.
Right. He's annoyed. He's right in this story. We're wrong. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but come on. What does he care at all? Why does he care? The car's not his. The responsibility's not his. Nothing. It's just fun.
Yeah, but his 3 friends are screeching off into the night drunk in a stolen car. That's what his concern is. He's not
Looking
wrong.
out for you.
Yeah.
I don't think he was, Roy. I think that he just likes to be bossy. That's
right. Okay, so
he's not here to defend himself.
No. Oh, you're right. So why even stick up for him? You're right. He's like, get that car back here right now, right now. The guy from the club is not amused.
Yeah, see, that's what it was. That's what it was. He got left behind, and he just was like, "We're gonna get in trouble from the club."
Amused.
So I go to Steve. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you. And Steve goes, "Fuck you." He goes, "You ain't driving." I'm like, "All right, I like this party." But he turned it around, and the guy from the club was laughing his ass off.
Yeah. Now I don't know where, but apparently somewhere along there, instead of calling, I don't even know how or why, but we just got on a golf cart.
The club closed, or we decided to leave the club, and we want to go to Denny's. And someone said, Denny's is nearby. Asian golf cart chick pulls up.
Right.
Michelle Kwan, or whatever. Wait, that's the gymnast. What's the one? What's the
one that drives the golf
that
cart?
Sucks a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Never wins. I don't know. Somebody will email you 3 weeks from now and tell you. So, Asian golf cart chick pulls up. Michelle Wee. There you go. Michelle Wee pulls up and goes, I know where Denny's is. It's nearby. We go, well, let's go, bitch. And we hop in the golf cart.
But not when you say we, it's not the 3 of us.
It's like 10 people.
It's like 10 of us. No, there was 4 of us. 2 girls that appeared out of nowhere run.
A chick we knew from Twitter. We didn't even know this girl. We like, you want to come? She was like, yeah. We were like, come on, Twitter, bitch. And we hop on this golf cart to go to Denny's.
I just remember I don't know why we're singing Randy Newman's.
Oh, I love L.A. I knew we were fucking wrecked. I don't know how it got. Well, the way it is it's
Describe the golf cart as well.
It's like a limousine golf cart. It's like a 6-seater golf cart
with the Fast and Furious glow neon lights
underneath. On the right. She's playing golf a quarter mile at a time. She's fucking ready to go. This girl.
It's a 6-seater, but then you could also hang off of it.
Well, that's what I got involved in. The hanging off the back.
Right. And there was 8-9 people on the thing. I don't even know what.
People are hanging off the side like a firefighter.
Right, exactly. And they're like, and everybody, the consensus of everybody is that Denny's is essentially across the street and to the left, which is what I was expecting.
But golf cart girl goes, no. And we end up in a residential area for at least, and I counted, at least 12 blocks.
Right.
9 people drunk singing I Love L.A. Right. Riding up a residential street at 2:30 in the morning.
But we didn't hit the residential area. Here's the thing: nobody thought to ask who this person was, where she was going, why was there a golf cart?
We all had fucking phones, man. We could have found the Denny's.
But I remember we were driving through the desert. There wasn't residences at first, and
first it was a back alley. Remember, she drove through a back alley. It hadn't rained in months, but there was still puddles of fucking water and weird shit back there, garbage cans. And then you hit the desert.
We were going through a road that had nothing on it.
Right.
And that was after 20 minutes.
It was a long ride.
It was 20 minutes. She was hauling ass. And I'm like, we've been driving for 20 minutes. I don't even see a sign of life.
And the problem was, anytime somebody tried to bring logic into it, Steve would yell, I love LA! And then the whole golf cart would, we love it! And then that was it. Then it's I love LA for another 5 minutes. It was horrible.
So Joe is hanging off the side.
I forgot about this.
We're riding. And we go, where the fuck is this Denny's? And it's right around, it's right up the way. And then Joe goes, I'm going to go see. He jumps off a moving golf cart and sprints like he's sprinting across lanes of traffic. He's not looking left or right, and he's running in the middle of the street. He's not like he doesn't look like a jogger. He's
he looks like the guy from Terminator 2.
Right, that's perfect.
Literally, he was running like the
T-1000. Right.
He was like running, and he would stop and then run and jump back on the golf cart. We end up at Denny's, and we go,
No. I didn't end up at Denny's. I jumped off the.
You said, "Fuck this shit."
I was like, because I kept trying to communicate with the Asian driver, and I was like, "Where are we? Like, this is beyond the pale of what's sane and what's not sane," and I couldn't get a word of logic in.
Either. Like, it really wasn't.
Yeah, I was hanging off the back. The world was spinning. Like, my world was spinning on that black, and we were going like 10 miles per hour, not super
enough
fast.
For a head trauma. I mean, you'd definitely fucked if you fell off.
So I was trying to talk, like, I appealed to everybody in the car, and I was like, oh, Roy, what are we going? I don't know, I love LA. Steve, what are we doing? Joe, what are we doing? Joe, who doesn't even drink. Gatto has not had a drop of alcohol his entire life, so he's stone sober. But he's so caught up in the fun and games that he's not even answering like a sober person. He's just like, we're going to Denny's, motherfucker. So I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on. Fuck it. And I jump off the golf cart.
Yeah, and into the night.
And I was like, see you guys later.
Let me tell you the conversation that happened after you got off the golf cart. Because the Sullivan and Son tour, when we all go out, we're not like chicks where it's all, we came together, we leave together. But
sure. There's
a degree of give a fuck about each other's safety and like, hey man, you're going over there. All right. Like Ahmed on the show. I love him to death. But if I'm putting $20 on who's most likely to get in a fight at a bar tonight, my money's on Ahmed. So if I assess the bar and I go, yeah, this looks like some fighting shit, I'm going to stay and hang with Ahmed so he can have himself a fighting partner. So that instinct kicked in.
Sure.
And I go, we can't leave him. We're in the middle of the fucking residential neighborhood. He doesn't know where he is. We don't know where he is. He's like, and then Sal goes, he'll be all right. This happens all the time.
My whole life he's done this.
He just walks out of your life. He goes, yeah, he just shows up he knows what time the flight is in the morning.
I can only stand so much.
Threshold.
Yeah, I have a threshold. And it has nothing to do with you guys or the fun and games. It has to do with, like, just being befuddled as to where the fuck are we going. And I really wanted Denny's. And I was like, I'll find Denny's before this bitch finds Denny's at this point.
Right.
So I just hop off and but I do it to them a lot. And at first they were concerned. They're like, where the fuck are you going? And I'm like, guys, I'm walking off into the night. I'll see you guys later. Now they're used to it.
No, but I'm not concerned anymore. I just give up. I'm concerned, but I literally have to turn it off because it doesn't matter where we are. It doesn't matter what time, what city, what the situation is.
Right.
You've just walked out.
I'm just done. I'm done. My evening's done.
And I'm like, all right, I guess.
The only time that I ever felt really bad about it was when we were at Pete's Tavern over by Irving Plaza. And I was drunk as shit, and you were like, you cannot leave. You're going to die if you leave. Yeah. Like, I was that drunk. Twice as drunk as I was here. And I was like, oh, all right, buddy. And then I just went and found the emergency exit and without saying goodbye. And you were pissed at me. You were like texting me all sorts of shit.
But he ran off into the night. I remember because you could see him running, and then it just trailed off. Like, he just ran into the darkness.
It's like the end of some mystery movie where the hero runs off into parts unknown.
And then we're like, welp. We're going to push on to Denny's. Where we going, Polynesian lady? And then she's hauling ass and there's dust kicking up. And at this point, we get to a Denny's. It's like a half hour on this thing. I don't even know, again, maybe you guys might have known, but I didn't know that this was a business. Like, I didn't know that the golf cart was sanctioned.
She rents
or we were paying someone, or I just thought we met some lady who was like, hop on my golf cart. So we get to the Denny's and what happened? Were they closed? No,
we get there and we go, yeah, Denny's. Yeah, this is the one Denny's, right? And someone goes, oh, there's another one that was right across the freeway. So we turned the golf cart. And she's got air. She goes, well, this is the only one I know about. Motherfucker. When we first got on the cart, you can tell by someone's tone of voice the assessment of the proximity of the location. Run us right up here to Denny's. Like, that's not a 30-minute exodus. That's, can you take us to Denny's? Are you okay with taking us this far to Denny's? Like, that's a 30-minute ride. Question asked.
Right.
When I just throw it out as an aside, we just run up to Denny's. And we eventually get to the right Denny's. And
wait, because I got another interjection. Because I reconnected with you.
Because we got in the car.
You got in the car.
I think we got an Uber.
No, we said fuck you because we would have had to drive back 30 minutes to get back to the other day.
Yeah, so fuck golf cart. So Polynesian rides off into the night. I think we get like a town
an Escalade.
car. Yeah,
it was an Escalade because I'm walking up the street and I'm like, now
we're headed to the legit Denny's.
Yeah, you're on your way to the Denny's, but I was like, well, now on my half of it, I'm like, I have to fucking figure out where I am and how I'm going to get home.
Right.
Like, I don't just walk off into the night. I'm living a whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then I hear, like, I hear a car screeching around the corner, and then it looks like, you know, in Back to the Future, the first one when the Libyans come around the corner, and there's one up top of the rocket launcher, and there's one out the window with a fucking machine gun. You guys are all 5 minutes later screeching around the corner. Kill, we found him! And I'm like, what the fuck happened? You're like, we're going to Denny's! And I was like, all right. I don't know how. Where's the cart? How are you guys? Who is this man driving you around? Why are you screaming out the window? Why are you taking corners at 40 miles per hour? Like, all these questions are in my head. But I was like, oh, fucking get in the car
I
and
don't
go.
even remember what that Escalade was, how we got an Escalade or whatever the hell it was.
I think it was one of those car services. We call it a car service because Yellow Cab only has like minivans. It wouldn't have been enough for everybody.
Okay.
All I remember is when we got to the second Denny's. This is when I knew you guys were cool motherfuckers, dude. Because drinking the first time, all right, fine. We're in Chicago. You dare me to take a fucking big dick pill at 4 a.m.
We'll tell that later.
With no chicks in
That doesn't sound right.
We ended up at a 7-Eleven. He just take these pills. These big dick pills. Take them.
It was like the herbal over-the-counter.
Yeah,
Like,
extends. I take 2.
Jimmy Johnson.
Did it work?
No, it's just some fucking weird tingle. But I didn't go home. I didn't go home to jack it up to see because I didn't want a fucking rock hard dick on my flight. That night was okay. Like, that was just a quick little 20-minute interlude. But we get to the second Denny's. We're still all drunk, and Sal proceeds to order. I want to say you ordered one of every dessert.
First I made everyone
one of every appetizer and one of every dessert.
And I said I made everyone order 2 entrees each. I said you have to order 2 entrees each. And then we'll just pass it. So everyone picked 2.
It was like a big Thanksgiving. You just nibble a couple of onion rings from him, a little piece of this chopped steak. I put that with a pancake. You got a pancake and a chopped steak and a sundae and some fucking broccoli. And it's just all on your plate.
Every appetizer. I wanted to say everything on the menu.
Right.
But I thought that was like... So it was nearly everything on the menu.
Right.
We said every appetizer, every dessert, 2 entrees of each person. It was an obscene.
And it was like 2 a.m. at that point.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then we just kept, everyone would take a bite and then rotate. And then we just keep going. And we would just, Denny's is where drunk people go.
Right.
But this was like another level. It was like we were just crying. And then you left.
I left the
You
Denny's.
left again.
I left the Denny's. But this time I told you guys where I was going and I got it.
Mission accomplished. She had his food.
Now, do you remember what we did after we stopped our faces? What we did to Steve? He went to the bathroom. Do you remember we were outside? We're like, oh shit, Steve went to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, we hid.
Yeah.
Like some schoolgirls.
We were like kids. Like, I went to the bathroom during all the eating, and apparently everybody was going to just leave and leave me there.
Well, of course.
Right. But they didn't, and I think it was Steve's idea. And then when we paid the bill, Steve went to the bathroom, and we're like, well, fuck that. Let's just leave. Let's go run. We still with like 8-9 people. With Gareth, right, and all that, and then we just run and we just hide in the bushes. We get down like when you're kids, like I got down in the bushes, like in them, And like we're just all giggling. You see him come out of the bathroom, and we're just all like.
He probably knows what you're doing.
No, he didn't.
He thought we were gone. He thought we left him.
He came out and he like, you know, he did. You saw it in the coming stages in waves, right?
Yeah.
He's like, ha ha, and then he walked one way, and then he walked the other way. All right, wait a minute. No, they didn't do this to me. Then he starts asking people outside, have you seen? And I mean, we let it, we're like, hold. You know, like, hold.
Have you ever seen a kid lost in the mall? That moment before he cries. Just that, oh shit, they're gone. Steve, here we are.
We all jumped.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
He was so. I actually felt bad. It came over him like, oh fuck.
It's funny to me because like nights like that for me don't happen often anymore. Like I'm not
for us either. Yeah,
drink like that. Like I have to drink around people I legitimately like, and we have to be drunk compatible as well.
Right.
And I'm not drunk compatible with everybody. Like I got buddies that, you know, they're angry drunks or they want to fight, and I'm like, dude, I don't have time.
Oh yeah.
Too much fucking maintenance. We almost got. I used to hang with an angry drunk in college. We're still cool now. This dude broke. One of my homeboys. We almost got beat up by some Jamaicans. We started talking shit to some Jamaicans, and you don't talk shit to Jamaicans at their club. Like, that's just... This is college, this is Florida A&M, and we're probably like every bit of like 19 or some shit, and we used to get homeless people to buy our liquor. That was our move. We didn't...
You used to slip down a couple of bucks.
$20 to go in and get your whole shopping list for you.
Right.
$20 flat. So whether you need a six, so you better fucking stock up.
Make the most of that 20.
Yeah.
Right.
We get drunk. We go to this Jamaican club called the NEC. For those of you listening in Tallahassee, it's now gone. Rest in peace. These fucking Jamaicans, they fucking... It's everybody free until 11. It's 10:54.
Technically under the line.
I go up to the door. I extend my arm to get my hand stamped. He goes, $20. I go, what? $20. What you want hurt me, man? $20. I'm like,
so he's giving you a guff on top of it.
I go, dude, it's free till 11. It's 11. I go, no, it's 10:54. I'm pointing at my watch. I'm pulling out my phone. And I go, you let like some chicks in front of us just got in. You let those motherfuckers in, but you won't let us in? Y'all call them fuck niggas. That's like the ultimate insult.
What is it?
Fuck nigga. Like, not just, you was a nigga, it's, you's a fuck nigga. Like, you have no honor. You're just disrespectful.
I never heard of that.
I never heard of it. And
there must be some southern shit for real.
I've never heard of that in my life.
It's the N-word enhanced.
I didn't think you could do it. I thought that was the ultimate.
Heartbreaking to me because it's awesome and I'll never be able to use it. I will never be able to use it.
You hit that level of frustration, and that's the way to dispense it.
Fuck boy carries the same connotation as well. Like, you just a fuck boy. But when I go, you's a fuck nigga, that means you're the king of the fuck boys. Like, you're the supervisor. You make the schedule.
Payroll.
Yeah. Who you want to call fuck nigga? Me number one fuck nigga. And he starts slapping the wall. And
it drove him berserk.
You just don't say that.
You just don't say it.
You don't, like, wow. You can say nigga, that's fine. But when I just, like, you're a fuck, you ain't shit. You're the pigeon shit on the bottom of my shoe, sir.
Right.
And this is fucking mad.
I think I know what the title of this episode is going to be.
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
F star 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 N star 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 star.
So, the dude, and this is the Mad Dog 2020 at this point, and he goes, "You know what, man? Swing on him, Roy."
Holy shit!
Wait, you take the first swing?
You gotta. I was gonna lose, so you gotta get first lick. If you're not, you know you're gonna lose.
Right.
First lick, dude. It's the only one you're gonna get. And as soon as I reach back, broke. Like, I don't know what kind of Jordans he has, but he flies past me and lunges at the guy. Out of our blind spot comes another security guard who tackles Broke. I go to stomp the security guard to get him off of broke. And the guy that I just called a fuck nigga is now holding a Glock.
Oh my
shit.
God.
He's got a Glock. Security guard,
this is all escalated in 10 seconds?
Literally in 10 seconds.
God.
Hey, man, snap my hand. It's $20. What do you mean it's $20? It's free till 11. It's 10:54. It's not 10:54. It's 11. Fuck, dude. You let these motherfuckers in, but you telling me I got to pay, man? You's old fuck nigga. Me no fuck nigga. Me show your fuck. Me number one fuck nigga. Bro.
16 seconds.
Yeah.
That's exact. That's Swiss movement.
Broke flies by, security tackles. I go to stomp security. I look up, I see the Glock. Security pulls his Glock. 3 more dudes with machetes. This is like
Machetes.
Oh, that's Jamaican shit. Yeah, machetes.
Really?
I guess
Well,
so.
they're like chickens running around.
Machetes are some
Florida,
real.
man. This is Tallahassee, man. And
I
it's
thought
just,
that Jamaicans were like fucking chill out, man, and like it's 420, man.
There's that too. I mean, they chill and smoke the weed, but you just don't disrespect. Like,
No,
we were wrong.
Yeah.
Like I should not like. Even if I have a dispute with your telling of time, and that you know clearly his clock at the Jamaican club was not Swiss precise,
Right.
6 minutes fast. I go like they pull all this fucking like there's no police, by the way. Like Tallahassee police aren't. You don't by law have to have. I don't know what the law is now, but back in '97 when this happened, you didn't have to have a police officer on premise. So it's a club run, and the Jamaicans are the bouncers and the cashiers and the complaints.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah. And I've already called your best friend a fuck nigga.
Right.
I'm already losing this argument. And they all pull their knives out or whatever, and they're looking at us, and they rough us, and they pick broke up, and they got us both up against the wall by our throats. And the security dude goes, "What the fuck was going on?" And they're talking back and forth and yelling in patois, and I can't figure out what all they're saying. But the security guard basically turns back to us and goes, "Are you going to pay the $20 or not?"
Man, judge, jury, and the fucking verdict.
And we fucking paid.
And you went in?
No.
We were 19. There was no other club that would let us in. Like, there was no other teen under 21 club.
Right.
We were fucked. Like, we were already drunk. We've been pre-gaming 2 hours, planning on this night at the NEC.
Right.
And we were like, all right, yeah, we'll pay $20. And literally all of that happened in under 2 minutes.
And the resolution
is you pay your $20.
Not only did it escalate, but it
de-escalated instantly.
And then that was it. And that was 2 minutes of your life. That was insane.
But it never comes. The gun never comes out if Broke doesn't lunge at the guy. Yeah, I said fuck me, but
sure,
we're still at words at this point.
Right.
Once he flew by me, I knew we're no longer drunk compatible. We can't.
It's a little quick to be firing off that.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, dude. I didn't. He jumps, flies by. I go, fine. Well, I got to do something at this point.
My favorite part of the story is, what did the guy say? He goes, "I'm number one."
Me, the number one. It's like, if I'm a fuck nigga, I'm the number one. I'm the number one fuck nigga. I'll show you a fuck nigga.
Right,
it's basically,
right.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Brilliant.
That was college, man.
But you feel, I guess the point of this is that we've proven in our interactions thus far to be drunk compatible.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Because we walk away from you guys every time first time we met you guys, because, we don't consider ourselves, we've been on TV now for 3 years, but it's still, especially since we've been friends so long and we've come into this together. So we're insulated against that feeling of wow, we're on TV. You know what I mean? And we know you, we know your work, we know you guys, the show and everything. So meeting you guys was holy shit, it's fucking guys on TV and they like us. This is cool. You know what I mean? It's that little bit of star fucker thing going on. So then when we had such a good time in Chicago, it was just great. We just loved you guys. And then
to me, it's and I told this to Steve, I was like, they're the type of guys I would chill with even if I wasn't, if neither of us if we didn't have these careers.
Right.
They're still the same. There's nothing about what we do that makes kicking it with you guys work to me. It's nothing to do with your fucking show, and I have no like it's just legitimate, genuine fun.
It was fun, yeah. No, we weren't trying.
No,
we weren't trying. It was, like what he says too is like with our show and stuff. Like we watch it because we met you guys for the first time at the Just for Less Festival in Chicago.
Yeah,
and we both had we were both performing out there. And then I walked up to the bar. We were at like a bowling alley for like an after show thing for the performers,
right?
And I just went up to the bar to get a drink, and Steve was just sitting at the bar drinking, and he just turned to me. He was wearing like a jersey, like a Blackhawks jersey, because that was when the Cup was going on, right?
Yeah, Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and he just turned to me. He's like, "Dude, in Practical Jokers," I'm like, "Fucking Sullivan and Son." He's like, "What's up? I like your show." I'm like, "I fucking like your show." He's like, "Let's do a shot," and that was it.
It was that easy.
That was it. He then proceeded, and that's how I knew that you guys would go do. I'm not sure if you might have been there.
I was on the other side of the bar talking to all the black comics from Chicago.
Okay,
the whole court with the black people.
Right. So Owen came over, and then Steve just bought. He would not let me pay for it, and I'm like, we were with a bunch of other comic friends. I'm like, I'm buying a round for my, and he's like, no, and he just wouldn't let me.
Just give me a count. How many people?
He just wouldn't, and he wouldn't do it round after round.
What is that guy, rich? What's he making?
I don't know, but he doesn't make my money because I would have gladly let you go.
So nice. So we ended up getting hammered there before we ended. That's how we ended up getting extended.
What's your most disappointing? Who's the most famous person you've met that your biggest disappointment in meeting? Like,
that's a good question.
Damn, I thought he would have been cooler than that. Not necessarily an asshole,
right?
But like, just like, damn, that did not go the way I imagined that would go.
Well, since because I've had my whole life where you meet famous people just randomly. However,
I think you forget you guys live in New York. I'm from Alabama. Like, I don't. There was not a lot of star sighting without it being in the paper 2 days in advance. But,
yeah, I mean, growing up here, just before we were ever even in this field or anything, you always we had run-ins. But since the show, it's been like crazy escalated. But we've been really lucky. I mean, we have met the nicest friggin' people.
Well, you know who's been a dick to me now 3 times? And I don't even think I'm not even saying he's a dick. You're giving me a face like I'm about to rip into him. I'm not going to.
Yeah, no.
He's been it's weird, like the Doug Benson, the guy like
Doug Benson, Doug loves movies,
Sure. I went to see his show. Like I've listened to his podcast, like I enjoy his work. Every time I meet him, the guy's kind of weirdly dickish to me. And I don't think he knows who I am, and he's like, let me fuck this guy. I just think
caveman look.
I think every time I catch him in a certain mood, he's like, and it's like not even, and I've never once gone up to him and be like, oh, hey, Doug, like, I'm a big fan. People have introduced me to him, you know what I'm saying? It's like that, and he's just like, just texted and not looked at me and stuff like that.
Oh, dude,
that sort of thing.
I've only worked with Doug once. He was cool with me.
But that's how everybody says he's a really, really nice guy. That's why I think that maybe I'm just catching him on the wrong.
I used to do morning radio in Birmingham, and we had Russell Simmons and I don't know, he was promoting whatever the fuck he's promoting at the time. And literally the entire time he was in the room, he's just texting and working his BlackBerry and never looked up for the entire, did a radio interview for an hour, never made eye contact with anybody in the room. Just and you know what? Maybe he is that busy. I don't know. But it definitely didn't go the way I thought it would, especially considering that I had done Def Comedy. And I know he doesn't remember every fucking comedian that is out there. But I was hoping there would be some level of
just a little warmth, right?
Nothing. You know, and I get it now that I'm a little older and wiser, where, you know, I've got more shit going on in my phone. You know, I got Words with Friends going on. I got Candy Crush. I got shit to do on my phone. So I'm just like Russell. But I never quite got past that interaction. Samuel L. Jackson was another one.
No.
Oh, come on, really?
I'm not calling him a dick.
Oh, I got somebody. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a dick. I'm just saying interactions where it didn't go the way you thought it was going to go. And I have so much fucking respect for that dude because
Samuel Jackson.
Everything that his career before acting to where it is now is one of the most interesting arcs.
Why? What was his career before
Hollywood? Acting? He was a drug. He was on drugs, man.
Really?
Yeah. And so to come from that and to shake that habit and shake that addiction and fight through that and get to where he is now, where he can just straight pick a script. Like, he ain't auditioning no more. That's bullshit, man.
He's Nick Fury, man.
Yeah. So it's like, I see him. I'm doing a show in Memphis, and whatever you guys have done the shit. Good Morning Tennessee or whatever local affiliate morning show where you're getting interviewed by a fucking weatherman, and some dude is cooking some shit that nobody thinks is delicious in the next segment, but you gotta smile and pretend. And so Sam Jackson is over, and I just fucking respect this dude. And I see he's walking towards me, and I'm walking towards him, and you've got like 3 seconds to think about what you're gonna say to this man.
Sure.
And I got my shit in my head. All right, Mr. Jackson is a big respect. All right, cool. I got my bullet points. And as I extend my hand to speak to him, his fucking phone rings. He pulls out his phone, looks at his phone, hits talk, shakes my hand. Keep God first, brother. Stay hustling. You'll see at the top. And never break stride.
Really?
And kept walking.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck whoever called him.
Yeah.
Like, just right.
Right.
You stole my moment from me, you motherfucker, dude.
Wow.
Who's yours?
Well, mine is like, you're going to be like, wah, but this is the only person I can think of that is famous that was a real dick to me.
You going to say Murray?
No. You know Debbie Harry, the lead
Sure,
singer of Blondie?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain that I've jerked off to her in my life.
Yeah. She was great.
Sure.
She was like...
Yeah, but I came in like a little bit after when normal people would. I think I jerked off to old Debbie Harry. But all right.
Milf.
Yeah, like cracked out.
Gilf. But I went to a concert in New York. It was like the jazz festival here, and there's this band I used to like called the Squirrel Nut Zippers.
Right.
And she was on the bill with them. She came out and sang a couple of songs with them, and I was a huge fan of the band. And I would go, and I've seen them so much that they recognized me. They invited me backstage. So a couple of months.
The band invited you backstage?
Yeah, we were just having some beers, and I was talking to them and stuff. Why?
They wanted to bang you.
Yeah.
I wasn't sucking any dicks or anything.
Nobody said that but you, so I don't know what.
I mean, I wasn't getting nailed by everyone in the band. That's what you mean. No. So,
whatever, Rhodey.
You had to suck a roadie's dick to get backstage.
A jazz roadie. God, man, give me a trumpet solo.
Disgusting.
I'm like gazing at like a tuba player, like just admiring.
Hey, Daddy-O, you want to get backstage?
Oh man. Oh,
so you're
that's
backstage.
crazy. I'm backstage. No. 'Cause what happened was about a month or two before that, I went to a film festival, and she was in this independent film with Adrian Brody. Is that his name? No, what's that guy's name?
Brody. Yeah, with the nose?
The pianist?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Adrian, he was big, but I don't know where he is now. Anyway, he was the lead. It was before he broke. She was in it. It was called 6 Ways to Sunday, or whatever. Okay. And I went, and it was a great movie, and I went to the after party. I don't know how, someone I knew in the production, and this is years ago. This has to be 15, 20 years ago. Anyway, she was there, and it wasn't a big ordeal. And I got to see the movie. I thought she was great, and I didn't get a chance to say hello to her that night. And then so it was the perfect opening to say, oh, by the way, I saw your movie. It was wonderful. Like, it was just so good. And so she was backstage, and I said, I was talking to the drummer of the band. It wasn't even like, I don't know, maybe she was. Sometimes people just come up to her. And
right.
I was like, you could tell like I wasn't like I meant I was supposed to be there. I was talking to the guy. We were bullshitting and talking about the album. And she's standing there, and I said, I was like, I just want to let you know, I actually was at the film festival last month. I saw your movie 6 Ways to Sunday. I was at that. I was like, I thought it was great. I thought you were so good and everything. And she was like, oh. She literally looked at me, goes, turns around and walks away.
Oh,
like she said
really?
One syllable of one word. She went, and she wore it on her face. It wasn't like, oh, and then like it was like a brush off. She like for some reason looked at me like with contempt and was like, oh, like that.
Did you have a trumpet player's dick in your mouth?
What?
Did you have a trumpet
I
player's
was getting fucked by the band at the time, but that doesn't mean that she shouldn't have been like that. No, and then she just turned around and walked away like flippantly, like she was just. And I was like, I felt belittled. I was like, what the fuck was it? Why would you say that? I said nothing but. I literally, and I thought she was going to be like, you saw that shit? Because like nobody saw that. Sure. It was like a small indie film, and she was a jerk. You know, people. I mean, you catch people.
Is she on Twitter?
No, maybe we should follow her.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
Every podcast, somebody kind of like rises to the top of conversation, and then we decide that we follow one person per podcast, and then we try to get our listeners to tweet them to get them on. So, like,
not gonna happen.
In the first episode, we who was it? Tobin Bell, the guy from Saw. Like the guy,
oh yeah,
Jigsaw.
He was Jigsaw.
Yeah, he came up, and so that came to the top. We were just going off on Saw. Then the second one was.
Didn't they fuck that franchise? I felt like they should have stopped at like 3. I get it. It was they make the first Saw for $1 million.
Yeah,
and fucking just demolish it. They shot it all in one building. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We fascinated with it. We used to go every year to the new. I wish they would make them every year. I know that like they really fucking went downhill. When they
killed him. I know. Yeah, if you've never seen Saw by now, fuck you and your spoiler alert thought that you're having right now. Should have seen this shit. You had a decade. They should have. I just feel like they should have never. I got mad when I was like, no, he's the architect of all the shit. He's the one. He should be. Fuck all these disciples doing shit on his behalf.
It was, but it got so ridiculous. Everybody was a disciple. There was no more storyline. It was just, but yeah. So we wanted to get him on, and then the second episode, it was. You remember this? You remember who Tori Wells? Tori Wells was a porn star.
No, I never knew my porn stars by name, other than Janet Jackman, and that's because Ice Cube made references to her. Right. Like even now, I don't know a lot of porn stars by name. Like,
now,
unless I know them when an HIV stories come out, and then
right. So Tori Wells, and then it was Gallagher. We tried to get.
Do you want him on your podcast so he can walk out on you? Like
I know.
He did Mark Maron?
I know. Well, we want him.
Did you hear that episode? Oh, dude,
yeah, I heard
hilarious. It. You want the Wi-Fi password?
No, I'm good.
Password. We're gonna follow this lady.
Blondie Official on Twitter.
Is that the band though, or is that Debbie Harry / Blondie Official? She is on.
I don't think it's her running it.
Looks too coherent.
Yeah.
No retweeting, no interaction. She's not mentioning it.
Yeah, there's none of it.
Well,
it's not personal at all.
Trust me, you keep attacking it, they'll go find her.
We'd just be like, why would you treat Sal in such a manner?
Well, then let's add Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton? Yeah, you want to do Michael Bolton?
No, not Michael Bolton. I'm sorry, I get him confused. Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart.
Why, is he on there?
Rod Stewart's on my shit list.
Why? What happened?
Really?
Rod Stewart. Oh, my God.
What can you he's on your shit.
Is he a fuckboy? What's
no? He's not fuck nigga status. Fuck boy.
He's like I met Rod Stewart and he wanted $20.
At least you got a syllable from your person.
Should I follow him? Rod Stewart?
Yeah, we got it on behalf of Roy. Absolutely.
Okay, let's do it.
I dub Rod Stewart the one. Backstory.
Go for it.
My mom's a huge Rod Stewart fan.
Oh, so your mother's involved. That's horrible.
Yeah. It goes Dionne Warwick, Rod Stewart, Luther Vandross. And you know black people love Luther Vandross. So it shows you how much my mom loves Rod Stewart.
Right.
My mom is, she's from southern Mississippi. She's from south of Memphis in Mississippi, a little small town, Clarksdale. She travels when she can. Doesn't get out much. Comes up to New York. Big lights, Times Square. Takes a picture with a Rod Stewart impersonator who never tells her that he's not Rod Stewart and that he's only an impersonator.
He looked that good, huh?
Either that or my mom's that drunk.
Okay. One or the other. All right.
My mom shows me the picture. She comes back home to Birmingham. She goes, look, baby, I met Rod Stewart. And she was just talking about it the whole trip. And she couldn't wait to get the pictures developed and shit. And I look at the picture and I go, first of all, Mom, you're in a TGI Fridays. This is true. I'll find the picture for you. Mom, you and Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart doesn't eat TGI Fridays. That's just not. He's fucking Rod Stewart, Mom.
The guy's got a regulation. I've been in his house.
Really?
Wait, I have. I've been in his house. I'll tell you the story after. I've been in his backyard. He has a regulation soccer field pitch in his yard. Fucking full soccer pitch with the lights and everything. But I'll finish the story.
Regulation soccer pitch, but he loves freaking Jack Daniels chicken. Get some Jack Daniels chicken nuggets. So we spent the next year arguing my mom down that is not Rod Stewart. And my mom will not. It was like a kid. Hey, your dad's never coming back home. Yes, he is. He promised me he's coming. I said, Mom, it's not Rod Stewart. Finally, we print up a picture of the real Rod Stewart. We put it next to the fake one. And Mom, like, literally, you could see the disappointment in her face. Like, and it fucking hurt me because I felt like I was an asshole. I was a fuck boy for stealing her joy. She was happy. Whether or not it was the real one or
just
not.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, just let my mom have this one little fucking happy moment and just fucking. But I keep fucking pressing the shit, and she realizes it's not him. She balls the picture up. She throws it away. Fast forward a year. I'm playing in London, and Mom comes with me. Me and my mom, chick I'm dating at the time or whatever, we're like 4 or 5 deep. And in London, there's this department store, Harris, and the only way I can describe it is if every store in Rodeo Drive was in one building and it was 7 stories, any nice shit store you can think of, all those items are sold in this store. And then there's a fucking grocery store in the basement. It's just an experience I can't describe, but it's rich people shit. Mm-hmm. We're just in there walking around. We ain't got no fucking money. So we're on one of the floors. And the cashier comes over to me and my mom. She goes, yes, we need everyone to vacate this floor. Someone has rented out this floor for the next hour. They would like to shop in private. If you've already made the selection, basically get the fuck off this floor. And we go, all right, fine. I go, if I can ask, who rented out an entire floor of this nice ass fucking store? She goes, Rod Stewart. He comes here all the time. And I look at my mom and her fucking face lit up. And dude, my mom ain't asked me for shit in my life. Like anything I've ever done for my mom, it's because I found out from eavesdropping or asking an aunt. And they're like, why didn't you tell me how to take care of that? Well, I didn't want to bother you. Right. It's always that. I didn't want to bother you.
Right.
My mom hears that the real Rod Stewart, is in this fucking store, and her face lights up, and she goes, "You ask Rod Stewart if he'll take a picture with me." I go, "Fucking right, I will."
Right.
Fucking right, I will, Mom.
Right.
I said, "But I need you to distract the cashier." Because the cashier is like hardcore hawking us. Like, get the fuck. It's my job. I'm the first wave of get the fuck out shoers.
Right.
So I say, act like you're going to take that over to the register. Act like you're going to buy something at the register. She says, okay. So her and the cashier break for the register. I look around the rack. Sure enough.
He said, oh, wow.
Fucking Rod Stewart in 3D. Rod Stewart, some chick. And he's got a security detail. The security detail is working, I'd say a 15-foot bubble away from him. 15-foot radius away from him, there's security. And I walk and I go, fuck it, I'm just going to fuck it. I said, to show I'm not a threat, I'm going to walk up to security.
Right.
I'm not going to just fucking try to sprint through the fucking shit. I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain to security what he'll understand.
Right.
I walk up to the security dude. I go, sir, My mama went to TGI Fridays 2 years ago.
Now, right now, the security guard's like, we have a fucking whole rap. When you open up, you walk up to the security and says, the first thing you say is, sir, my mother went to TGI Fridays. They must think you just escaped from somewhere.
They don't even know what the fuck TGI Fridays is because it's not in London. So I go, sir.
You opened up with my mom. You're not even like, hear me out. It's going to sound weird, but.
All right, I had a bad opening. That's fine.
I'm surprised he didn't tase you.
There's the blow dart goes over his neck. He's like down.
And they're legit. I mean, these guys are packing. They got earpieces, all that shit, man. And I go, sir, my mom went to TGI Fridays 2 years ago. No. I go, what? No. I go, sir, you don't understand. No. I go, dude, my mom loves Rod Stewart. She's right there. Just a pic. No. So now I go, all right, fuck this dude.
You gotta go over his head.
I'm going to ask Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart's right there. Earshot.
You open up a TGI Friday.
I go, Mr. Stewart. Rod Stewart, God is my witness, goes, he said no.
Oh, really?
And
Man.
I have to fucking walk back to my mom. I'll never forget in the second grade when the Black Voltron line came out.
Uh-huh.
And my mom had put it on layaway at Service Merchandise, which was like the Circuit City.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they fucking, whatever happened with the truck, they didn't get all the... Bottom line, my mom came home empty-handed on the day that I thought I was going to have the Black Voltron line.
That was the biggest deal in the world, too, man, that shit.
That was the PlayStation 4.
Right.
Like, that toy, that was every year for decades, there's been the It toy. That black fucker, because you needed the black one to make the whole fucking...
He'd be limping around on one leg and shit like that.
Crippled Voltron. And I had to that was the longest walk back to that register to tell my mom that Rod Stewart doesn't want to take pictures. And I'm sure, as an entertainer of his stature, Rod Stewart has taken so many, it's just exhausting. At this point, he just wants to enjoy a peace and quiet of a shopping experience with his family. And that's fine. Whatever. But I would have rather him ignored me.
I was about to say.
Than be a dick.
Just ignore me. That's all you have to do is just ignore me. And fine. So here's what we tweet Rod Stewart.
Okay. Oh, I like this.
My Twitter's at Roy Wood Jr. Roy Wood Jr. And you owe Roy Wood Jr.'s mom a picture. This was 2008 when this happened.
Oh, so not even that long ago.
6 years. Sure. You owe his mom a picture from what happened 6 years ago. And just don't tell him what happened.
Yeah.
See what happens?
Just bombard Rod Stewart.
Oh, please.
Tell him if he wants to come out on What's a You podcast to mediate. We'll rent out, the floor of... that came on 34th.
Rod Stewart will have this podcast shut down.
Wow.
You know this is the last episode.
He has that power. Well, Rod Stewart's kind of a cheese dick anyway, so that fucking hair.
How'd you get in his house?
I actually remembered afterwards too, I drove his Cadillac.
What? This keeps getting better.
It's fucking weird. It's really weird.
I banged 2 chicks and Rod Stewart.
No, unfortunately I didn't. A friend of my buddy he was dating his daughter. I think Kimberly Stewart.
Yeah. She was like, I used to work security for him in 08.
I was embarrassed, this fucking guy.
No, chap. No.
And he's like, I think her name's Kimberly Stewart. We'll just go with Kimberly because I think that's what her name was. And he was like, hey, we're gonna go up to. They were in AA together. That's what it was. I went to an AA meeting with my friend.
Okay.
Because he was just starting to clean up and all that stuff, and I was like, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm in LA. I'm here for a week. Let me go with the guy. I didn't realize that AA meetings in Los Angeles are like clubs. Like they're essentially. Like it's fucking scores of beautiful people It's not like how you seen in a Fight Club where they're sitting around in a corner.
Yeah, it's not like in Home.
Oh, no fucking way.
I went to a sex addicts meeting, so bookmark that.
Okay, yeah. Wow, I actually want to just jump to that. But, so you get there and it's like everybody's hanging out. Just everybody's smoking cigarettes. Nobody's like doing drugs and nobody's drinking.
Coffee.
Exactly. And it's like, but like AJ Soprano's there. Like it's just fucking.
Wait, you're not supposed to say that.
Huh?
You're not supposed to
I'm
say that.
not beholden to him. I don't even know if he's an alcoholic or he's just there to fucking hang. Could he pull a gun on a cop?
Alcoholic Anonymous, not alcoholic AJ Soprano.
Nobody was anonymous at this fucking place. Anyway,
I'm sure TMZ has it.
Right. So I go there and I'm like, all right, well, cool. He's like, all right, we're going to go to Kimberly's house. And I'm like, all right. And we get in the car and we're taking the drive there. And I put it together. I'm like, holy shit, we're going to Rod Stewart's house. She's his daughter. She lives with him. We pull up and I forget where it was. It was a while ago. And it was like, it's fucking enormous. It's like what you think Rod Stewart would live in.
State, right?
Is it on the water? Up in
no, it's in the hills. It's in the... And the gates open and the driveway, this long winding driveway up to the fucking house. And she doesn't live in the house. There's a house behind the house that she lives in.
Guest house that's as big as a regular house, probably.
And I come to realize that it's as big as a regular house. She uses one room in it, her bedroom. The rest of the house is a closet. And I don't mean she just goes in and throws shit. Every room in the house is a motorized. Like when you go to a dry cleaner and they hit a button and the outfit comes around, all the rooms in her fucking house are that.
Her clothes are just motorized.
And they're all there and it's overlooking this fucking soccer field. And I'm like, wow.
That's right. He has the full soccer field.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she goes, oh, my dad's a soccer fan. And I'm like, so he bought, and I guess I look like a yokel because nobody else is staring out the window at the soccer field being like, shit. It's a fucking soccer pitch in your fucking backyard. And she's like, yeah, my dad likes soccer. And I'm like, it's mind-blowing. He's got the giant lights.
You have to act like this shit is normal.
But I can't do it, Roy. I can't do it. I'm like, holy shit, it's a soccer field. So and her dog, she's got a giant fucking hot tub. It's a giant bedroom and with a giant hot tub in the bedroom. And she doesn't want to play with the dog anymore. So she takes the dog, puts it in the hot tub. It's a Chihuahua.
So it can't climb out.
So it's just running around and yipping in this fucking hot tub. So I'm like, these girls don't want to talk to me. They want to talk to my friend. They were all into each other. Like, I'm some asshole from Staten Island. So I end up just sitting in the hot tub and playing with the dog for fucking 2 hours in Rod Stewart's house.
Fuck.
And even though I know I'm not an asshole. I know I'm not a chump. Like, I know I'm not beneath these people. In fact, I look at them like they're fucking assholes. I still feel like I'm an asshole sitting in a fucking tub while the fucking rich and famous over here are fucking talking about their shoes and soccer
How'd
pitches.
you drive the Cadillac?
That's what happened. I want to go home. I'm like, well, fuck it. I got to walk off into the night, but I'm in the middle of fucking Beverly Hills. What am I going to do?
Classic cue. Walk off into the night.
Right. So she's like, well, you could take one of the cars. You just got to get it back here tomorrow. And I'm like, I'm just going to take the car. I go, Rod Stewart's car. And she's like, yeah, he won't even notice. He's not even in town. Get the keys to Rod Stewart's Cadillac.
No fucking way.
Get in the car, drive it around LA for 2 days, return it 2 days later.
Bullshit.
2 days later?
Swear to fucking God.
What gave you, why'd you think you had to?
I asked my friend. I was like, oh shit. He's like, she doesn't give a shit. She's probably even remember she gave you the car. That was it.
How many cars were in the garage? What else did he have?
It wasn't in the garage. The garage was filled with cars, but this was the one parked outside. There was motorcycles and like bikes and shit like that. It was cool, but I got to drive his car for 2 days.
Wow.
Could you remember your way back to his house?
I couldn't. I had to get help on that one. I know. I had to get help that day.
And I stand my mom up beside his front gate.
I can find out. You want to fucking storm the castle? We'll do it.
Yeah, let's do it Game of Thrones style.
So yeah, that's my Rod Stewart. Who knows if he ever drove the car or got, you know what I mean? Fucking all I know is he owned the car and I drove it.
Right, motorized clothes on a thing.
Isn't that fucked up? Not just one room.
I think she's like in the fashion world. That's why. Well.
There's no reason to have that.
Right.
That's just
no. And at the time too, she was famous for falling off a bike. She went to. I think, wasn't she hanging out with Paris Hilton at the time?
Yeah.
And she went to drive a motorized bike up the red carpet, and she fell off the bike. And like that's what she currently was famous for at the moment, for looking like a fucking dope. And that bike was parked next to the Cadillac. And I was like, oh, that's fucking funny. I was like, that's great. But Tell me about, we're closing in, but before we go, I got to hear
I just want
this.
to make the one call to Quadrella, too.
Okay, I got to hear the sex.
Yeah, you got to hear this. You gotta hear this.
Sex addict.
First of all, I'm not a sex addict, so let's just start there.
Okay.
So, I had a girlfriend a couple years back, and I go,
You guys had sex?
yeah.
Okay.
But you weren't married.
You're not an addict. Okay, go ahead.
It's just this is all to the point of what you said, Q, about how amazing looking everybody looked in AA, and how well put together everybody looked for their lives to be supposedly so fucked up by alcohol.
Exactly.
So I cheat on this ex from a couple years ago. Cheated a lot. So I go through the whole baby, take me back. Oh, baby.
She caught you?
Oh, yeah, I got caught.
Yeah.
I'm black. We get caught.
Right. I'm white. I don't cheat. Is that a thing? I don't know.
So, oh, baby, take me back. Please, baby, take me back. And I was sincere about it. And so she goes, all right, well, you fuck a lot. Maybe you have an addiction. I don't have a fucking addiction. Which is exactly what somebody with an addiction would say. And so then I'm
surprised you weren't just like, that's it? I have an addiction. I have an addiction.
I thought you were going to say.
Once I started doing research into sex addiction and all of that stuff, nothing of what I was doing fell into that. I'm just a genuine American asshole.
Right. Sure. You're just a guy.
I'm just a guy. Right. Exactly. But it took going to the meeting to figure that shit out. So she goes, you should go, I don't feel comfortable. You might do it again. And I go, fine. This shit means enough to me to where if going to this meeting will maybe make you feel more comfortable about taking, fucking fine. I go to this sex addicts meeting or whatever. Sex Addicts Anonymous. I don't even remember what it's called. Some of the most ugliest. And if you're struggling with sex addiction and you're out there and you're listening, I'm not making fun of you and your addiction, but you know I'm telling the truth. There were a couple of people in that room that you wouldn't have dared to have fucked. And that was the one question I was sitting there thinking the entire meeting was, who's fucking you people?
That's a raw deal. If you're an ugly sex addict, what do they do? They gotta find out the ugly. They gotta find out other ugly people. So wait a minute. Hold on a second. I just had a revelation here.
Okay.
If you are conventionally regarded as ugly, or maybe you have no
conventionally regarded.
You why don't you just say if you're
a fucking troll, right? Okay. No. But if you you admit it, you're like, I'm not the best.
I'm a troll.
I'm not the best looking dude. You know, or this or that.
I got
a fucked up tooth. I'm overweight. I don't know what. I have no hair. Whatever you might think in your own head that makes you ugly, or if you would agree that someone could look at you and say, it's not a good looking guy. I always thought that those people are going to have a hard time having sex.
No.
Because if you're not, if you're not that great looking, it might be a little more difficult than somebody who's like really, really good looking. But they can just fuck all the other ugly people.
I get what you're saying.
So like,
there's less standards involved.
There's a whole circuit. I almost feel now that like all the fucking really ugly people are probably having so much sex with each other.
Do you ever go on like YouPorn or X-Hamster and look at the amateur?
Do I ever go?
Right, I'm sorry. You weren't listening to me. And instead of just going to the fucking teenage lesbians and schoolgirls, you ever go to the amateur, like the user submitted one? Mm-hmm. Oh, what am I talking about? You're the king of that. You're right.
Amateur is the best because it's real.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, they look to say
average.
I mean, they look average is the perfect word, but they're having all sorts of fucking fucked up, freaky sex that I will. And I'm not even saying I'm good looking. I'm just saying these people on the tape were having the most kinky, fucked up, group, crazy sex that I'll never have in my entire life.
I'll never criticize it because I saw a sex tape of myself and it was fucking hilarious.
Really?
Fucking horrible.
You made it and then you watched it.
Yeah, because apparently that's supposed to be some big turn on, kinky fucking.
I love how your eyes are closed.
I don't even want to visualize it. We were in college and I had a girlfriend in college and we set up. That's how long ago this was. We set up a VHS recorder,
nice.
And like you're fucking and you can hear the fucking
word.
And you go back and like watch it like 3 days later. I go, this is just atrocious. So I go and I try to tape over it. I take the camera to the comedy club. I start taping all my sets and shit. And I guess I didn't get to record to like
cover the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't cover the whole thing because I hadn't done enough shows. And so I'm going to work one night at Golden Corral, and my roommates, of course, yeah, my dog's a comedian. Motherfucker been taping himself.
Oh my God.
And so the chick in the tape, she's going, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. And as soon as I walk in the door, everybody, oh baby, oh. And that shit great. Went on for at least a year.
Oh God.
That was. Yeah, but my point is, I try not to attack any amateur, but I'm just saying that this sex addicts meeting was the complete opposite of what I envisioned it to be.
Right.
Plus, I went into it, and this is how I knew that I probably would still have cheated, and that's why we're not together anymore. A guy told me about a sex addiction class when I was playing the club in Milwaukee. And get to chopping up with some guy at the bar. He's telling me about it. He goes, yeah, anytime you're feeling horny, you're supposed to call your sponsor, and they're supposed to keep you from making bad decisions. He goes, I'm fucking 3 chicks from my class. It's the best place to pick up chicks I've ever been.
Oh, shit, that's right.
I was like, damn, I didn't think about that. So
that's right.
So I get to the sex addiction class. I put on cologne. I had on a blazer and a fresh haircut and cologne to try to pick up chicks.
Oh, no.
At a sex addiction class.
That you're only going to repair your relationship.
To repair my relationship.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Piece of shit.
I have a mental image of you walking in like
I came in 5 minutes late so they could see me. I did it all, and as soon as
like a swagger, like a strut, and
as soon as I fucking walk in, I look at these people's faces and I go, "Fuck, they got problems for real."
So that was my question: is like, is sex addiction real?
Oh fuck yeah, that's real. David Duchovny had that. He came out.
I know, but is it real? I know he came out, but he could have been.
What's the idea behind it that you just
can't function in society?
Isn't it that you just allow the pursuit of it to overtake rational decisions, right?
Yeah. So you're trolling for prostitutes on a Tuesday night. You're raw dogging them.
Right. Oh God,
crazy. Right. And like there were people telling stories like. Because I didn't even stay for the whole class. The whole class was like 3 hours. I made it like 45 minutes. Because when I started hearing other people talk about the stuff that they're dealing with,
this is not. Yeah.
I go, wait a minute. I'm just an asshole.
Right.
I'm not some sex addict who's obsessed with it. I didn't fucking masturbate in the fucking school bus while picking up kids.
Oh shit! It was like that. Oh
really?
God.
Yeah. I mean, it was people with legitimate obsessed. I gotta have sex 4 or 5 times a day. I have to take a break from my job and go masturbate in the bathroom, and I got caught and like legit controlling impulsive behavior. And God bless the people that are in that struggle, but it didn't take but 30 or 45 minutes for me to just realize, no, this is not what I'm not that far off the ledge. Whatever it is she thinks I am, I'm not that.
Right.
So I'm gonna just get my free cookie. I'm gonna get out of here. But yeah, that was one of those times where you would expect sex addiction to just be all these gorgeous people who just obsessed with fucking other gorgeous people.
Right.
I cannot stop. Just some Enrique motherfucker with no shirt on and a fucking horse. I cannot stop pleasuring women.
He said no. He said, I think that ugly people probably have more sex than good-looking people, because then now I'm thinking the good-looking people are always like, oh, that person's not good enough for me, or I can get better than that person, or I got to find the right person.
Well, because there's a lot of last call fucking too, and you fuck down after 2 a.m.
Oh, we just talked about this today.
We did, right?
You got high standards to like 2 a.m.
Yeah. We said our stock goes down, everybody else's stock goes up at 2 in the morning.
That's what happens for everyone. Like after 2 a.m., everyone feels like their stock is plummeting, and everybody else is like you look at someone. You look at someone at 2:30 that at like 10:30 you wouldn't even look their way.
Oh, it's like the cute chick on the Greyhound. Yeah. It's the same theory where you ride a bus and you stare at a chick for 2 states. By the time you get to Kentucky, she's cute. Right. But if you put her in a nightclub, you wouldn't have never.
That's like we went to all boys Catholic high school too, and there was like female, like the female teachers that were the hottest. Like if they were like on the street, you wouldn't even look at them. But it was like penitentiary, so it was like they were in the yard, and it was like, oh man, she is unbelievably hot. Yeah. And then, but more than likely, she would be one of those conventionally not really good looking people. Right. That's what that was about.
Underground ugly fucking circuit.
There's a circuit. I'm telling you,
secret fight club of ugly fucking.
We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna call. What happened, Roy, is last week,
couple weeks ago, we got into. I don't know how we even got into it.
The box of porn.
We were talking about our relationship, and back in the day, I had a friend of mine. He was getting married. I was still like 18. He was my boss, and he's still my friend. And he was getting married, and he said, "I got a gift for you. Come to my house." And I got to give you something. And what he gave me a big box of VHS porn tapes. It was like 60, 65 tapes, which was back in the day, like when they were like $40.
A gold mine.
It was like there was no internet for this. This was it. You can't get through that. Those tapes were 6 to 8 hours. So he was the holder of like all his other friends.
You're literally holding like 20 pages of like YouPorn results in a box.
Like insanity, right? And he's like, I'm going to give them to you. So I was like, I couldn't even believe, I was 18. I couldn't even believe it. So I had this box, and I started to think, if anything ever happened to me, like I still lived at home, was like hidden in the closet. If anything ever happened to me with no explanation, like if my parents saw this thing, if after I was gone, they would have thought I had like a major... They would have been like, "Whoa, how did he get this?"
He's raw dogging prostitutes.
They would have thought I was gay. I was going to meetings with you with cologne on. So I said to him, "Listen, this is where the box is. If anything ever happens to me, you have to go get rid of it. You have to. I can't stay in my house, but I ain't giving it up." So, but then time was on our side, and then the internet. So like now I had to get rid of the porn. I was like, I don't want any more of the internet. I don't need it anymore. So I had emailed a select group that I knew would still, the internet didn't matter. Like if they could get their hands on
Vintage
it,
VHS.
they'll take it. So. And one of my buddies, his name's Mike Quadrello. He's the character. He's the guy. Like as much as like whatever, I'm in comedy or whatever, this is the guy. Like
everybody knows somebody funnier who's not even in the business.
Yeah. So this is he's of legend in August. So of course he no sooner than I hung up the phone with him, I tell you, he peeled out in front of my house, and he just like popped up, and he's like, this is amazing, and he just took it over. So we were talking about. I'm like, I wonder if he still has it. I wonder if he doesn't have it. Did he bestow it to somebody? Where is this box? This magical box? So we were gonna call him and just talk, because I have never asked him. This was 10 years ago.
Track down the box of porn.
So I want to see. So we couldn't reach him a couple of times ago. So I told him that we were going to call tonight. I called him right before I came up here. I said, I'm going to call you. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Just go with it. He said, okay. So we are going to call Mr. Mike here, and we are going to find out whatever happened.
Do you think he knows?
I don't know. I hope he does, because then it's like a fruitless...
Maybe some angry chick threw it out.
How close do I need to be with this?
That's fine. It's fine.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Oh, Sally Baba and the 40 Thieves.
He's already on.
He's already on. He knew we were calling. So this is my buddy Mike. Mike, you are on Q and I's podcast. So what say you? We're joined by our friend Roy. And
what's up, Mike?
Hello, gents.
I just gave a little overview of the backstory of why I was calling. And it's the grande cheese box of porn. We worked at a pizzeria. Okay. So it was the grande cheese. This is a very popular mozzarella.
Cheese was the best cheese. It was the most expensive. They always cried about. Remember?
Yes, they did. They always cried about how expensive it was, and the price should go up. I don't know how you remember that. But you came to my house. I called. You said, "I'll take that shit." I called you. You literally were at my house within 10 minutes. And why don't you?
I picked up that box of disappointments and sorrows.
It was disappointing. You think?
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like messing with a Ouija board.
Why? Let's hear the story from your end, Mike, about like how I called you, how you came and picked it up, and what your experience was with that porn, and ultimately where is it now? So just go ahead, talk, buddy.
Oh, I came and picked it up. I saw it, I counted it. I brought it home, and like I said, it was a box of disappointments and sorrows. There was so much 70s porn in there. The box had hair on it. But
Fucking lunatic.
my wife found this ancient box, thought it was a family heirloom that was expensive that I was hiding from her. And then, she took a gander at it and was disappointed in my taste in porn.
Ah. So she found out it was porn, that was all good. She threw it in, and then it looked like you just loved, like, Bush.
Yeah. It was in plentiful bounds.
So let me ask you a personal question, Mike. After seeing that porn, did your wife then grow out her bush?
Yeah, she made it into a big Q.
Well, that was Roy, but I appreciate that.
And the thing that we're talking about, is this Mr. Wood?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very appropriate for the topic.
So I remember there being, like, good shit in there, though.
I don't know. It was so vast that I couldn't get through all of it.
Wow.
You might have hit like a 10 VHS patch of 70s. You should have powered through that.
Yeah, we're talking about porn that prison inmates bought that.
So one question is, do you know where the box is today?
Yes. It was with a Spanish gentleman, friend of mine.
No!
Yes. It was all over it. He was the only taker, and he hasn't been the same either. I don't even know what happened to him. I lost contact with him after a couple of viewings.
Really?
I would love to track him down.
Yeah, I mean, if you can, like, we'll save it for next episode, but if you can get in touch with him and see if he has it or he gave it away, that would be amazing.
I think I could do that.
You could do.
I have to go to my archives, and I might track this guy down.
Oh, that would be because that's ultimately we want to do. We want to like see if it's like we can actually locate it.
And what if we find this thing? Are we gonna scourge anybody else with it?
I mean, if we find it,
I'll take it.
And I think
that's a perfect ending.
That's it. So yeah, work on that for us. If we find it, maybe we'll have like a film fest night.
Oh yeah.
We'll pick like 5 random ones and we'll just put them on. All right, Mike. See if you can find that for me. We'll keep in touch and maybe we'll get you on later on. Okay, bud.
Yeah, maybe we'll bring this guy on and we'll see what it did to him.
That's what we're gonna do. We gotta find it.
Love it.
All right, but definitely see if you can try to do that for us. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye. All right. Great episode, man. A lot of fun,
man.
A lot of fun, Roy. Is there anything you want to plug? You said your Twitter again. Give it one more time.
The Twitter's at Roy Wood Jr., Roy Wood Jr. I will plug this. My debut stand-up comedy CD. It'll be out, I'm sure by the time this is up. If not, it'll be out a week or two after. Pre-sale on iTunes. The album is titled Things I Think.
Things I Think.
And that's it.
Roy Wood Jr. Very excited. And everybody, if you want to hit Rod Stewart up, us.
Just tell Rod Stewart he owes Roy Wood Jr.'s mom a picture. That's
Yeah.
it. Don't call him a motherfucker.
Right.
Attack him. We gotta stroke this one nice and
That's
soft.
right. I actually noticed some people going after Tobin Bell a little harsh, too. Guys, we're looking to get them off. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Love it. But going on and being like, you owe it to him, Tobin, to go on the show.
Right.
Ain't going to work. Soft soap, everybody.
So
Dear Mr. Stewart,
Right.
I understand that there was an incident in Harrods in London with Roy Wood Jr. and his mom.
That would be great.
He would love it if you would just simply take a picture with this mom. It's just
we will make
nice.
it happen. We will come
try.
together and we'll make this happen. Same thing. Go easy on Gallagher. Go easy on Tori Wells.
All right. And then
This is going up. If this
this is going
goes
to be
up
up tomorrow.
Okay, so the Tenderloins are in next weekend are in St. Louis and Kansas City.
Right.
So if check it out at thetenderloins.com if you guys want to see us live. And I think that's and tomorrow night. This goes up tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow night, October 24th, Thursday night at 10 o'clock. New episodes of Impractical Jokers.
Right.
We're back on for a
These
while
guys
now.
are great.
Yes. And, keep your eyes open for Sullivan and Son,
That's right.
which we're trying
That's
to get
next
on.
spring.
Right?
We'll come back and talk about that. We should have you guys on the show, but we'll come back in the spring.
All right.
I'll go have some more adventures and report back to you in a
Excellent.
couple
All
of
right.
weeks.
Our first guest.
A great guest. Thank you so
Thanks,
much, Roy.
Roy.
My name is Roy Wood Jr. Google me. I have time to tell you where I'm performing.
Excellent. All right, guys.
Lazy.
Thank you. What say you, Roy?
I heard that Rome wasn't built in a day. Then how come everyone is rushing to get ahead? And if I seem to be reserved, that's just my way. Your questions seem like you're interrogating me. Yeah, I try. Then again, I don't try. I get an F for effort. I get a D next time. Okay. Here we go. I heard the lemon metaphor 4 million times. And I don't stand for lemonade, don't ask me why. And would a beverage stand be a job that be desired? And where would I get the wood, and should I try? Should I try? Then again, I don't try. I get an F for effort. I get a 65. Yeah, I try. Yeah. Then again, I don't try. I get an F for effort. I might as well just. I heard that currency don't grow like leaves on trees. Then how come my money comes and goes so seasonally? And I wish farmers planted plants instead of thieves. My friend pays a ton of green for greener groceries. Yeah, she tries. Then again, she don't try. She gets an F for effort. She'll plant a tree next time. Yeah, she tries. Then again, I don't try. I get an F for effort. I get a D next time. Yeah, I try. Then again, I don't try. I get an F for effort. I get a 65. Yeah, I